Well, you might as well go ahead and start cooking with your own moonshine still, Matador. I mean, you're living out there riding a bicycle and everything else.
Yeah.
Start making moonshine and selling it around there local. Just hang out at the gas station.
Well, I'm teaching the homies how to live off the land, and so far they just go a weekend. It really don't bother them that much because all we take out there is just a couple of canned goods for emergency. But so far they learning how to dry fish, and
really,
yeah. Now and later on this year, I'm gonna teach them how to tear the butt off a grasshopper and eat the rest of throw the butt away, but eat the legs and stuff. You know.
Right. Now, is there a certain part of a grasshopper that kind of have to waste and throw away, or can you pretty much eat the whole?
Now you don't want to eat the butt on it.
Yeah, you fish with that.
Yeah. Now the butt it's full of uncertainties, but
excrement.
Okay.
Yeah, but the it's real crispy. The legs are and the head and all that's good to go. But you can't eat the butt. It's not too good for you.
It ain't good for you.
It'll cause real massive gas, and then you have to eat some kind of red clay to kill it.
Right. Let me ask you this real quick while I got you. I made my first batch of poke salad last night.
Mm-hmm.
I got masses of it growing out here in the backyard, and I cooked a big old batch of it. I boiled it 3 times and rinsed it and put the bacon grease and onions and everything. You got any suggestions on a decent poke salad recipe?
Well, it sounds like that you got the tenderonis, the tender part of it.
Right.
Was your digestive tract, was it working pretty good this morning? I'd say it was working pretty smooth this morning.
It's been flowing pretty good all day, actually.
Okay, so I think that that's what the doctor ordered.
All you need is a little hot pepper and vinegar and a little sugar and salt and pepper. Oh, dog.
Heck yeah.
Well, you didn't cramp too much, did you? It went pretty smooth.
I didn't cramp up or anything. Like I say, I boiled them a bunch of times. You know, that stuff's poison. You don't get it done right.
I think that bacon grease gave you a high belly, a good coat. I mean, it coated a base coat, you know.
It might have, but then all the beer I drank kind of wore off that bacon grease. I mean, I can't ever tell what's making me flow like a blue goose or what's not. So
yeah, I can dig it.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
It sounds like you on the right trail. Sometimes that's what the doctor ordered.
That's exactly right.
Well, besides, it was hereditary. That's what we was taught to do.
I'm sorry?
It's hereditary. We were taught to do that. You know, it's passed down by your grandfather and on down. You got to you a little poke salad, and you cook it the way that they cooked it. And sometimes you might change the little ingredients, but it's hereditary.
It kind of depends on what you got on hand too, you know, and how much you had to drink. I mean, you know, if I've had 3 or 4 beers, you know, I might put a dab of Texas Pete or something. But you know, if I've had 12 to 18 beers, they ain't no telling what's going to end up in it. But it's always good.
But it is a good. It's full of nutrition, but if it's not done right, it can become a poison to the system. Yeah, in so many cases, it can poison the system. Everybody can't eat poke salad. The person tries it their first time, it's going to give them diarrhea, I'm sure. But if it don't have enough oil in it to give it a good base coat to your anatomy.
Well, that's good. That's good information, man. Well, I'm gonna let you guys get on off of here, and I think I'm gonna start frying some chicken here, and I'm gonna have myself a couple more beers. So y'all got a good show going on, and I appreciate you allowing me on.
Hey, you are the
man. All right, Tar Heel. Thanks for logging in on the internet and calling us up and giving us this new information, hot off the press. AP from our Eastern correspondent out of North Carolina, Tar Heel, with of course Johnson purchasing Alabama Bowater for the manufacturing of tampons
and mattresses.
Absolutely.
And your wife uses a mattress.
That's right. She's my Spongelica.
Hey, tell him before I go real quick that I did talk to Mavis again, and I believe she's going to be headed up that way. She's got a bridal show. She's going to be modeling some bridal dresses for.
Oh, for the older women.
Yeah.
Like a Spongelica.
And we're going to see if maybe I can pick Matador up. Maybe I don't think he needs to ride his bicycle all the way over there. Maybe I can pick him up.
Would you need me to be a judge or anything on this? Who's got the pretty? Am I going to be a judge? Who has the best bridal dress or what?
Well, you can set that up.
Okay.
I mean, you just have to talk to Mavis. I'm sure. I mean, she loves you to death, and she's in big with them bridal shows and stuff. And I think she can probably work something out for you. But I mean, I can set you guys up with a room at the Super 8 down in Lebanon, and I figure after about a night that you probably have her talked into something like that.
Oh, I don't think it'd be any problem if she wants to judge, and I'll bring her jewelry too.
All right.
Okay.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all done a super job today.
All right, Tar Heel.
All right.
We'll call it. We'll check you tomorrow then, hopefully.
Heads up.
All right, fellas.
Bye bye.
Later on.
That's Tar Heel calling in from North Carolina, our easternmost correspondent today. Hey, I got a Doc, Matador, I got a email, and it was from. I'm trying to figure out where it came from. It was a sent a copy of a picture of. You know, they had these medical. I mean, what do you call it? Military. One of the NASCAR guys was taking money, and you could put your name on the military car, the National Guard car, whatever it was.
Yeah. No, this is news to me there, Fro Daddy. So you got something current and up to date and literally hot off the press. Breaking info on this.
I shut down my whole computer, so I'm trying to find it again. But I printed it off, and it's Rooster.
Yeah.
Somebody sent this to me, and I can't even figure out why. I can't figure out who it came from.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a race car driver named Jeremy Clements.
Yeah.
And they had what they called the military tribute fan car. And on the hood of it, and I'm looking at it right here on the back, it says, I'm trying to find it. I can't read it. I had to print this off to try to see if I can get it bigger, and I can't. But he says, Ryan Harris, the Rooster, got his name put on this car. And apparently somebody submitted it. I don't know if you can read that. I can't read it off that printout.
Fine print there, Fro.
But if anybody knows who Jeremy Clements is, we need to make sure this gets to Fast Eddie and Big G to talk about it on Whoop on Wheels next Tuesday, and talk about NASCAR and this Jeremy Clements. And the military tribute fan car has Rooster's name on it.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
So that's cool. And hopefully we'll get that where we can print it out a little bigger and get the guys to put that on our website.
Sure.
On the Whoop, our former morning man who Matador several times passed gas and made him so mad he got up and left.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, it's almost 5 o'clock. Doc, did you ever get a call whether you were going to be here with the Matador for a little while or not?
Got confirmation to meet the entourage at 5:30 sharp.
So you're leaving.
I'm going to have to do 87 miles an hour from exit. Hell, I got to do faster than that because that exit was backed up to Hull when I come by there a while ago. I guess I'm going to make my escape here, guys. Don't hold it against me. When duty calls, Doc Hollywood
All right.
produces.
I'm out here, too, and I'm going to give it over to the Matador, and he's going to take over, and I've got to go get home and feed a pair of pups and get my SOS together, head down to Riverbend, meet a buddy of mine, and I'm going to sneak on a bus, Gus, make a new plan, Stan, and get a free couple of cold Bud Lights and not have to buy anything or pay any money or sit in line or whatever. And see my friend with the William Thorpe McKenzie WTM Blues Band. We've got some of his music down here. I'll have to play that for you when I come back tomorrow. You can catch them tonight at 7:30 on the Mio Mayo stage. That's the Cajun area down on the very far end of the track, the far south end of Riverside Drive there, the very last stage. And I'm going to play some music and get some stuff going on here. And last request I had for the day. Thanks for everybody tuning in and bearing with me. And hopefully if I survive the night, I'll be in tomorrow for the 3 o'clock show. Regular Thirsty Thursday. I'll take my final call. You're live on Whoop.
Hey, Fro. This is Brenda.
Brenda.
Last night on Whoop on Wheels, they actually discussed Ryan's name being on that car.
Oh, did it? Cool.
Yeah, they talked about it last night.
All right. Well, good deal. They already knew about it and knew what it was. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they discussed it, and the guy that called in, seems to me like it was his car, and they had a real nice discussion about it.
Jeremy Clements.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, cool, Brenda. I'll try to get more info on that and see what we can get on here on the website.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks, I'm cutting that off. I'll cut it back on. The Matador's going to come over here and take over for you, and I'll put on a song or two for him, and then he'll be on here live in just a minute. So be cool, my babies. If I make it back tomorrow, I'll see you at 3 o'clock along with the Matador. Right on. Right on.
Fantastic.
Amen, a woman, and